up, people? It's your boy the Kryptonian saying here, bringing you a review for One Piece chapter 332. And I'm going to say this now. This is one of those times where if you were a hater of Usopp, go fuck yourself. Go fuck yourself, because Usopp was getting in that ass, people. Usopp was getting in that ass. He was beating the fuck out of Luffy. And it was small stuff. There were gag fights, like as far as attacks, but he was getting into Luffy's ass, and this was very much needed. We needed to see this because Usopp is proving himself to his captain. I know Luffy, technically isn't his captain because he left, but we all know after the dust up, Usopp's going to be back on the crew, and he's proving his might. And Luffy's like, you just get serious, dude. Get serious. And Usopp has to remind him, no, this is how I fight. And Usopp, he's using this dirty tricks. He's got the shurikens. He shoots the shurikens at Luffy. He's got the, like the little booby traps. He's got the rotten egg. He's got the chili pepper. He gets shot into Luffy's mouth. Little small stuff. And it all accumulates, where Usopp has like the wind dial after he used the flash dial. He uses the wind dial to have the gasoline circulating in the air. Luffy can't smell it because he's got the rotten egg. And Usopp fires a fire pellet, if you will, and ends up lighting the whole damn thing up. And you got the explosion kind of blasting all over the place. That was beautiful. And I wanted to just kind of go over that fight because this was what I love as far as with Usopp's character is. You saw flashes of it, when Usopp tried to stamp the Kuro. You saw a little bit of a ball sack, and with each arc, his balls were just growing a little bigger and a little bigger and a little bigger. All along part, he ran and he was crying, and sure enough, Luffy ends up having Usopp take down one of the fishmen. Okay? Like, Usopp takes him down and rejoins the Arlong Park, and then when Luffy's fighting Arlong, Usopp says, Luffy, I'm still here with you. Little small stuff. You saw Usopp's character being developed in a gradual way, and it's coming ahead now. It's coming ahead now. Like, he fought alongside Chopper and Alabasta. I mean, every arc we see something. But it's coming ahead to the point where Usopp is shocking a lot of people. It's just like you literally see it. If you pay attention to the attacks, it's been a progression. We see Usopp with the tall tales. Like, I have 8,000 henchmen. Chopper's like, 8,000 henchmen? Where the fuck are they? Usopp, you're so incredible. Like, little stuff like that. You see the lies. And then if you look at Nami, I have to bring this in now because I said lies. It made me think of it. When you look at Nami, when Nami says, it's like all the times we had were just one big lie. Usopp's known for lies. That's why I tell you guys, pay attention to the language that's used, because having the word lie be used referring to Usopp during that time, very nice. That was very good. That's why I said if Oda were to actually write a book, he could probably pen a pretty good book because he's doing a good job with this. But you have the progression from Usopp telling the lies to he has like the little stars in the ground which were used during the Syrup Village arc, to just everything. You just start seeing the arsenal just expanding. It's all stuff that we've seen throughout the different arcs, and I like how Oda decided to end this off with the attack I believe he used in Arlong Park, where it's not necessarily using the wind dial because they didn't have it obviously, but he douses the dude in rum and ends up lighting him on fire, and that's how Usopp gets one of the blows on Luffy. And I like the closing shot because it's something that I alluded to in an earlier chapter, and I thought, when I read it, I was thinking, it looks like the merry-go is fucking crying. And I was going, maybe I'm just thinking too much. And I actually, when I did the review, I was like, oh man, whatever. And when I'm looking at it, I'm going, no, there's got to be something to that. And now you see it. The ship's actually crying. And it's almost like, oh, I hate using this expression. I'm gonna use it. It's almost like going to the funeral. Because when they're coming into Water 7, you see like the tears, and the ship's literally going to be buried, and it's crying its last tears. It's almost like that ship was able to see its future. And so you see it. Like maybe it's because it sees Luffy and Usopp fighting, but that was beautiful. And they ended like that, very powerful, because that was a symbol for everything the crew's going through. And I like how after Luffy kind of rips into Nami and says, "Look, woman," he don't say woman, but he's like, "Look, woman, I got my mind made up. If we could fix this shit by talking, it would have been fixed. I gotta whoop his ass. That's the only way this is gonna be over. Leave me the fuck alone." And I think it's one of those times, and Nami recognizes it. This is one of those times where somebody is so upset, it's best to let them cool down on their own, and you don't push. You know, sometimes the best thing you can do to help somebody is to leave them alone. And that's what this is. So I like how when Nami walks out, she sees Zoro and Usopp, not Usopp, Zoro and Chopper. Zoro and Sanji fighting. Excuse me, I'm just running through the characters right now. Zoro and Sanji, they're fighting. And Nami says, "You two cut this out." Nami is taking the role of Luffy. I've always referred to Luffy as the glue that keeps these guys together. Not really the case. In this case, it's not Luffy, Nami who keeps them together. And so I like seeing that. And again, when Usopp shows up, you know, Luffy, and it fits into it. Luffy's like, "I can't believe you came. So you did come. You didn't lose your nerve." And it's almost like Luffy was saying, "I can't believe you came." Okay? Like, I didn't mean to say that part first. It was more, "Oh, you lost your nerve." And Luffy thinking, "I can't believe you came." So that was cool. That was cool to see that, how Usopp is proving himself to the crew, and it's very, very telling. So overall, very good chapter. I'm a real big fan of stuff like this. My chapter question to you all is going to be, what did you think about Usopp controlling the fight, as Zoro said? What did you think? I was fucking impressed by it. And more so because I'm looking at the order the attacks are coming in, and I'm relating it to each of the battles Usopp has been through up until this point. So, as always, guys, if you're liking that to say, hit that like button as it really helps out the channel. Don't forget to subscribe if you're new. Make sure to share. Thank you for watching, guys. Have an awesome day.